starts, anything could happen. Oh my God, what if anything did happen? Natalie Portman's on the show and Garry Marshall's on the show. Garry Marshall has that big laugh that makes me laugh so hard. That's my goal, to make Garry Marshall laugh, that big laugh. That's my goal this show. What if he starts laughing and then I start laughing? And then he laughs at my laugh and I laugh at his laugh. That'd be so funny. Then we're both laughing so hard, we wouldn't even know what we're laughing at about.
No, showtime.
Oh, okay. One of you, all of you, have a tiny bit of that and put it in your pocket and hold on to it. I appreciate it. Right back at you. Oh man, it's very exciting. It's very Christmassy and I like it, but which means it's almost Christmas. That's when you start seeing this stuff, then you've got an indication that you should start possibly shopping. And I realized that I have not done any shopping. I thought I'd be all done. Every year I say, this year I'm going to have everything out of the way. And although things are really on sale the day after, but I thought this year I would give everybody, my friends, Ellen stationery, and Happy Christmas, Mama. You know, it's her last name too. It's got to be good for her at least. Just scratch out Ellen, or anybody could just scratch out their name and write it, and then you've got some nice paper. I was thinking about it, though. This year has gone by so fast. I can't even believe that it's the last month of the year. Unless, of course, you were born this month, and then it's the first month of the year. But it really is amazing that it's December. It feels like just yesterday I was in a pair of shorts waving a flag and shooting a bottle rocket off in my neighbor's yard. That was yesterday. They say that the older you get, the faster the time goes, and I'm getting older, and I've been on this planet for over 40 years. I'll be 47 next month, and so this year, if I were a tree, I would be 15 feet tall, and rich with rings, and sappy. And for kids, because I realize now how fast everything goes, but when you're a kid, time goes very slowly because you're just anxious to grow up. And especially when kids are in a car, that just seems like forever for them. They're just constantly, when are we going to be there? When are we going to get there? Are we almost there? And coincidentally, this is when the time goes by the slowest for adults. But it is really a psychological phenomenon that the older you get, time speeds up. Did you know that? It's true. Which brings me to my point, and that is that time waits for no one. Time marches on. Time flies when you're having fun, they say. And so if you're miserable and time is not flying, if you would stop to enjoy the misery, you would fly out of that misery. When you're flying, though, I find that time doesn't fly at all. When you're flying, it takes forever. Unless you're reading Time magazine when you're flying, and then time would fly. And now I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. I'm not even sure what I'm saying anymore, but it feels like I've been talking for hours. But my point is, and really this is my point, that we need to appreciate every single day because life's too short. And if you feel like time is flying by, that's because you're doing something right. And if you feel like it's going too slow, then you need a new battery for your watch. I'll tell you. For me, here's when time flies the most, when I'm dancing. Nellie and Christina. You can't go wrong with Nellie and Christina. You know what we didn't talk about yesterday, Tony?
Yes, the biggie.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your Grammy nomination.
I got nominated for a Grammy. I have a Latin album that's huge in Europe. Many of you don't know my other career. Yeah, my book on tape was nominated for Grammy, so
yes.
that's a really cool thing. I'll tell you, she wasn't nominated for a Grammy, but she seems to have an awful lot of talent. Natalie Portman is here. That's her right there. These magazines, they're always thinking about something. I'm wondering what's going on that all of a sudden. She's a mighty beautiful woman, and she's in Closer, and she was in the Star Wars movies that I hear were very popular. And also, she really is an amazing actress. I don't know if you've seen Closer, but she's just tremendous in that. And also on the show, I love him. Garry Marshall is here. Diaries 2, which is coming out on DVD. You know, you look at it, he created Happy Days, he created Laverne and Shirley, Mork and Mindy. He gave us the Fonz and the Nanu Nanu. He gave us that. And today, a very, very special show. For the very first time, we're going to go behind the scenes and show you how we shoot the promos for the show. You've seen the promos, you know, like wherever you live, you'll say, hey, you know, such and such city, don't forget to watch me on such and such channel at such and such time. You know, that's a generic one, but usually there's specific. But anyway, today I'm going to expose the magic. I'm going to show you how they're done. I'm going to show you everything, and some of it isn't pretty. So you'll want to stay tuned for that. And listen, if you're coming to the show this December, please bring an unwrapped toy for our Marine Corps Toys for Tots collection. Thank you for everybody in the audience who brought a toy today. And look at everybody bringing some nice. That's a lot of stuff I have to wrap. I'll be here late today. So your gift can help a child have a happy holiday. Don't forget that. And so the nice folks at Hasbro have donated 250 of one of this year's hottest toys. Here it is right here. It's the dance-along boobas for Toys for Tots. And the boobah is it's like a new Teletubby, I guess. And there's 5 different boobahs. Each one sings 6 songs and dances to 11 routines, just like me. And all right, so this is what you. Oh, man. It did something different in rehearsal. Wait, that's not what that can't be the toy. That's. Get them while they last. They're available at all the major toy stores. Thanks a lot, Hasbro, for that. Oh, who's that? Oh, no. I think I locked Mama out again. No, that's not Mama. She has a secret knock. Rod Stewart, tell us who's at the door, please. So, Big Jen, haul your cookies out here and show us what you got. It gets jazzy, that part of the song. All right, if you know me, one of my favorite things to do is to have some friends over and play poker. That's how I bought my yacht. So now, you can too with this official World Poker Tournament set. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It comes in this metal briefcase. It has 300 professional clay-filled poker chips, 2 casino-quality decks of cards, instructions on how to play Texas Hold'em, which is my favorite game, and other poker games. It usually sells for $149.99, but for you, it's free. But that's not all. And you say, no, Ellen. You know, there's always one person who's difficult to buy for. Me, I'm easy, slippers in a flask. But for other people, here's another great gift idea. Today, our entire studio audience will be able to make their own holiday Kodak moments with this Kodak Easy Share digital camera. Fit right in your pocket, and it's tiny. It puts your pocket, your purse. If you have large ears, you can just sit it right on top of there. And you say, oh, but pictures are meant to be shared, not stored in your camera, and that's why you're also getting this Kodak Easy Share camera dock that you can just. You place your Easy Share dock. If I can do this, anybody can, okay? You hook it up to this, you hook it up to your computer, and with the touch of that button right there, your pictures are automatically sent to your computer, and, oh, there it is already, okay. So you do that, and you can either store them or send them, or you can email them. And the dock also, get rid of that. The dock also charges your camera's battery, and if I can do it, seriously, look how easy that was. So the Kodak Easy Share digital camera and dock usually sells for $380, but for you, it's free. Don't forget to log on to our website to find out where to buy today's giveaways or a chance to win them. Later in the show, I'll be announcing the 5 lucky winners from yesterday. Don't go away. When we come back, Natalie Portman's going to be right over there. Oh, you know our first guest from Cold Mountain and the mega hit Star Wars movies, and she's now starring alongside Jude Law and Julia Roberts in Closer. Take a look. Please welcome Natalie Portman. So welcome, and I know you just flew in and you had a scary, it's one thing to be flying all over the place, and I know how busy you are, but you had a scary landing?
Yes, yes.
What happened?
Well, about 100 meters above landing, it took off again, which was not so fun.
No.
And they don't explain to you what's going on,
No.
so you're like, is someone shooting at us?
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on. So
Yeah. You'll want to at least hear the pilot go, oopsie, something kind of just, so it's not a serious thing, like.
Exactly.
And what had happened? Did they explain?
They explained that the airplane ahead of us didn't clear the runway soon enough, which I was like, don't they know that earlier than right before we're supposed to land?
We thought they'd move by the time they actually,
Like they happened to see it along the way and then take off again, it was not so fun.
Oh, man. And was it a good flight other than that? Like everything's fine
Yeah,
until that one little...
everything was cool until that moment. So,
And are you
I'm
good?
very thankful to be here.
Yes, yeah, well, good. That's one thing to keep... Oh, those reminders are good,
Yes,
sort
yes.
of. So, and are you a good flyer or no?
I'm generally pretty good. It's stuff like that, though, that sort of shakes you up.
Yeah. No, I'm never good. I used to get upset with just even... I really felt like the air thing above you. If someone next to me, I thought it was taking power away from the plane. And people should all shut theirs off. Or you hear like the cart of food coming down the aisle. I'm wondering what that noise is.
Yeah.
I'm not a good flyer.
Well, it's just like, I have absolutely no idea how it works, how the plane works.
Right.
You know, how it goes. I don't know how, like, the TV works or the phone works
Right.
or anything. So, I mean, it's just sort of shocking that something that heavy can stay up.
And it shouldn't. It's too heavy.
I know, but
Yeah.
it should.
Yeah, no. And then you're all in the tube, all breathing in each other's air. It's all
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
That we need to
Dirty.
we need to get to that point where we say, beam me up, and then you end up someplace else.
Agreed.
It's
I'm
the
with
future.
you.
Wasn't this supposed to be the future where we have jetpacks and we're on our own, flying around in the air?
I know.
Just like the Jetsons? That's what I grew up thinking was going to be the future.
And you get dropped off at school, remember,
Exactly.
Judy?
Yeah.
Those good days.
Anyway, and now and Jude Law was here the other day.
Yeah.
And he's the sexiest man alive, you know. That's what they say.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Isn't he? And not only sexy, he's just as nice as can be.
I mean, he's physically beautiful, and then, you know, it's 10 times that because of what he's got inside him. He's a good person.
Yeah, no, he's a really great guy. And so did you have fun? That movie is really, really intense. Did you have
Yeah.
fun working with him? Was it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was so fun. Mike Nichols, who directed it, is just one of the wittiest people of all time. And,
Yeah.
and so he kept the jokes flowing, and that sort of inspired all of us. So we lightened up the material. But the material itself is very funny, too.
Yeah. Well, you're fantastic. You're so good in everything. You were great in Garden State, by the way.
thank you.
You're great in everything. And in this, now, was that intimidating to you? She had to learn how to pole dance in this. Had you done that before?
Yeah.
A lot?
All the time.
Yeah.
In my 23 years, I've spent most of my time pole dancing.
Right.
Yeah, it was much more difficult than I expected. It was really intense. It takes a lot of upper body strength, and
Yeah.
you know, you just watch it, and it's so sexy, and you forget about all the strength and skill it takes.
Yeah, there was
have a lot
one
of
girl that was
respect.
upside down, holding herself with her legs in the air, which is really
Complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and how long did you? And are there lessons?
Yeah, I took lessons for about a month, and I mean, I just don't understand how those. I left and I was bruised everywhere and sore my arms. I was like, oh, I was like a little baby afterwards. And
well, you must work out or something, because you're very limber. Because there's a couple of scenes where you had to do some stuff that you must do yoga or something.
I don't do yoga. I've danced. I took ballet like all growing up, and so that wasn't. The pole dancing was the most difficult part. I have great respect for those women.
Yeah, and the women in the scene with you, were they real?
Yes, they were real
and-
strippers.
Yeah, it was really amazing. It was
Yeah.
really amazing to watch that. How I mean, I had to learn for the show. We got a pole as a joke one day when I opened, and I thought, oh, it'll be easy, and I went flying around on the ground.
Yeah.
I ended up, yeah.
Yeah, it's a skill.
Yeah.
It is.
And you also, when I was growing up, I read that you wanted to be a veterinarian. Is that you wanted to work with animals?
Did. I've always loved animals, and when I was little, yeah, that was my dream.
Me too. That's what I wanted to do. And then someone, I don't
look
know.
where we ended up. It's
Yeah,
so sad.
I know that we
with
both
people,
Yeah.
not with animals.
Well, some of them are animals, don't you find? Now this is your dog. Why is this a shot that we have that you left it in the car, or
What is that?
I don't know. Do you know this picture? Is this your dog?
That is my dog, but how is that picture in?
Well, if you give
Who
us
has
$500, you can have it back. No, it looks like the dog's been kidnapped or something. Look at it, just all by itself in a car. Do you don't know where we got that?
I've never seen that picture before.
Oh, that's so weird.
That's so weird.
What
I'm
kind of
really
dog is
creeped
this?
out
It's
right
cute.
now. He's a mutt. He looks sort of vicious in that because
Well,
the eyes, it's red eye. We need a little pen
He looks
for
like
that.
he's about to drive off in a minute. He's by himself in that car. All right, we have to take a break, and we'll be right back right after this. We're back with Natalie Portman. And I don't know how you have time to do this. You're acting all the time, and you just graduated from Harvard?
Yes, a year ago I graduated.
How'd you do that?
I worked in the summers, like most people have summer jobs. I just, am lucky enough to have a summer job that's acting, and I was in school during the year. It was amazing.
Did you go to school? You actually went to classes?
No, I graduated without going to
but
classes.
I mean, you can get these courses. I mean, you went to class? What was that like for people to...
Well, I mean, at school, everyone was so accomplished in their own diverse ways that it was, it was amazing. Everyone was sort of a star in their own field.
Wow.
It was really cool.
And what did you get a degree in?
Psychology.
Psychology. And that's good to have in this business. Figure people out right away.
Yeah.
Now, and are you planning on doing anything with that, or you just wanted to?
I don't think I could be a psychologist. I don't think I'm patient enough. But I mean, it's helpful with everything. It's a nice way to go around the world, sort of like observing people and trying to think what they're thinking and figure out why they do the things they do. It's a nice way to.
Yeah, I'm constantly trying to figure that out. I'm looking at people all the time going, I don't get it. So now, and you've been, how old were you when you started working?
I was 11 on my first film.
And that was The Professionals?
The
Was that the first one?
Professional.
Wow. And then, of course, in Star Wars, here you are in Star Wars with some nice hairdos. And then, wow, and how long would it take to do something like that to yourself?
To yourself?
Yeah. No.
A lifetime.
Yeah.
To have someone else do it for you, it takes a couple hours.
Well, that's pretty patient to sit still for that long.
I'm not that good at it. I'm very wiggly.
Wow. Well, and I was saying this during a commercial, like every time I see you, I never recognize you because you're so, you disappear into these roles. You're so good. And everything I see you in, I just think you're fantastic. And so Closer is playing in theaters right now. We'll be right back right after this. All right. Well, we thought we'd do, I like to keep everybody on their toes. I don't want you to get bored. No, she'll do this now she'll do this. And this is something we're going to try. It's a little different today. Really, I have to record some promos for our station in Wichita, Kansas, and some generic ones also. And usually we do this after the show. And when you see them on TV, I'm sure they look very fancy and polished. So we thought we'd let you behind the scenes to see the gritty reality of making them. And so this is Jonathan Marks, our station manager, stage manager right there. Not station manager. Nice to meet you, Jonathan. And he's the one who tells me when to talk and when to read the lines off the prompter. And so, and just because I'm reading the lines, it doesn't mean I don't mean them. I mean them very, very much. Okay, I'll get in the character now. Okay. And how many are there?
You're all set?
How many?
Three from Wichita, the good folks in Kansas.
3 from Wichita, and then how many generic?
5 Hollywood generics.
Okay.
Right.
This is a cinch. They're very simple, and you'll see, but it takes, well, you'll see.
Very quiet, ladies and gentlemen. In 3 seconds, 2.
Hey, Wichita, watch my show weekdays at 4 on KSN. You like that?
Ellen, can you hold the end for me for 3 seconds? So after you say your last line, just hold your position. For
My
3
pose?
seconds. Your pose, exactly.
Okay.
Right?
For
And
3 seconds.
3 seconds, 2.
Hey, Wichita, watch my show weekdays at 4 on KSN. No, really, is that all right? I'll do it without that. Is that all right? I'll do it without it.
All right. And in 3 seconds, 2.
Hey, Wichita, watch my show weekdays at 4 on KSN.
Great. Next, moving on. And in 3, 2.
Right back at you, Wichita. Back at, what am I saying back at them for? Like when I say back at you here? Well, I don't know that they're applauding me. They say that? That's their slogan? I've started back at you. That's my thing. They do that too? Is it on their license plates? The back at you state. All right. All right.
Here's our third one from Wichita.
I should have copywritten it. Donald Trump, he did the copyright on You're Fired. Did you know that? Okay.
And very quiet, ladies and gentlemen, in 3, in 2.
The most fun place in Wichita. Right here. Wichita? It was like a question mark. The most fun place in Wichita? Why isn't there a question mark there? Yeah, that's the wrong punctuation. The most fun place in Wichita? Right here on, like, you gotta be kidding me. There has to be a funner place. The most, it's an exclamation.
No, it's about the funnest part.
Oh.
The most fun, funnest.
Oh,
It is supposed to be a question because it's right here on KSN.
okay. Who writes?
Here we go. And in 3 seconds, 2.
The most funnest place in Wichita. Huh? Right here. What? All right. The funnest place. Which is the proper English is, I can't even say English. It's funnest. The most fun. Most fun place, and who speaks that way? And not in Wichita, they don't. What's that girl talking about?
Okay, here's the last one.
That was my Wichita accent.
Here's our last one, then we'll go to commercial break.
All right.
In 3, 2.
The most fun in place. Oh, I got it.
3, 2.
The most fun place in Wichita, right here on KSN. Oh?
That's it.
That's it? Hey, when we come back, TV legend Garry Marshall will be here. We'll be right back. Our next guest is responsible for some of the most popular hits in TV and film, including Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, and Pretty Woman. Please welcome the legendary Garry Marshall. I thought one of us would go tumbling down the stairs. I got nervous.
This with a new hip.
You have a new hip?
Yeah.
It felt...
And no breath. 1-year-old hip. It works.
It's a 1-year-old hip.
Yeah, it works pretty good.
That's when you usually are falling down when you're 1 year old.
No, it's just a year ago. I was walking around like this. Look out, don't bump me. Suddenly I'm dancing. You know,
Oh,
it's
well,
great.
good for you.
It's a good thing.
How long does it take to recover from something like that?
It was about 3 weeks. You don't do
And
much.
then do you learn how to walk again and stuff like that? Or is it you just get up and walk with a new hip?
You go, they let you trot a little. Now I play ball again. I play
Really?
softball. It took about 12 weeks before I could go, hey.
Yeah. Well, why not just get 2 new ones? If you're going in for one, why don't you just go ahead?
Many of my friends did, but it hurts a little,
Oh,
you
really?
know. But one does not. One, you go, hello, how are you? And there you go, a new hip. you
Yeah.
know. It rings in the airport. It's titanium, you know.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Wow.
It's not somebody else's hip. It's a thing.
Yeah. No one donates their hip. It's
not
not.
particular. I
Yeah.
never heard of it.
And now, is that what prompted you to want to be nude in a film when you all of a sudden... Did you know that well, it's not out yet, but his son is directing a movie, and I guess the new hip makes you go, oh, to be nude?
Well, no. It was it's called Lucky 13, and I had a lot of birthdays to run around in the birthday suit. But what the heck? It's your son. You got to do what he says. It was part of the character. I play this kind of hippie grandfather, and I have this girlfriend, and we go skinny dipping. So there I was, naked, jumping
Really?
in the water.
It's one thing to be naked, but to jump.
Well, that's why it was right. It was. It wasn't about my jumping, but I was a big part of it. A great I was jumping because in the water was Daryl Hannah. So I took a jump. She's worth a jump. eh?
Sure.
Yes.
So were you really completely nude, or did you have one of those little things on you wear?
No, I directed.
And by that, I don't know what I mean.
No. I've directed a few nude scenes, naked scenes, and you put tape over here so in case the camera comes
Why would you
up-
put tape on your nipples?
Well, because
That's not what you need to do.
A girl does that.
Oh, okay.
And then a boy puts tape in another place. That's if the camera sees it, you can't use it. But
Right.
I had no tape at all. I don't. It hurts when it comes off.
Sure.
Ow! So I have no tape.
Yeah.
No tape for me.
Yeah, I would think so. And so she's nude too, because you're skinny dipping together?
Well, she's in the water, so you can't. She's creating the illusion, but I'm not. Well, my son's a good director, and
That's
he
worth
got me.
seeing.
He wouldn't call me Dad or Gary when he was directing me. However, he called me. But my name was Irwin in the movie. Just said, "All right, Irwin, come over here, jump." That was it. It was a good picture. Lucky 13 coming out. We hope next year.
Oh, that's great. Well, good for him. Wait, and you also gave your sister her first break too. So your son's directing, and
My sister Penny,
Penny Marshall,
a wonderful
who-
director.
look at
There
that.
we are. Good to see you.
So because she wasn't planning, it wasn't going to be Laverne and Shirley. That just kind of worked out, or?
My mother kept calling me and said she's dating badly. Get her a job. So we put her on an episode of Odd Couple, and she worked in there. And then from there, she went and was ready to do Laverne and Shirley. Laverne and Shirley with two characters were on Happy Days originally. You remember they were
Yeah.
from the other side of the tracks. It's nice, all women.
Yeah. Now, and they're based on, because you created that, Laverne and Shirley are based on women.
Well, characters. Well, I didn't date so well myself at an early age. No, Lowell Gans and Mark Rothman created with me, but it was based on. I was a musician. I was a drummer for a while, and though after a job, we'd go out with whoever was in the bar, and. We went one night and we went into a diner. I had this two girls, my accordion player and I, accordion. Tell you what kind of group it was.
Yeah.
But
Wild.
wild, crazy, not heavy metal, heavy accordion. But we went in and then we were walking and some girl made a remark in this diner to the girl I was with. And my girl looked at me, took off her coat, said, "Hold my coat," and went and grabbed the girl by the hair. They started fighting and beating her, and I was standing holding her coat. Not thinking at the time this was a TV series, because I was in my 20s. But it was based on girls like that who were tough, but really were pretty sweet underneath. And what better to have my
There
sister.
you go, honey. Just put the coat back on after she, finished.
Well, you don't know what to say after you see your date beat somebody up.
No, I know.
So I don't have lines for
Right,
that.
right.
No.
No.
You're a little dangerous.
No, I know.
And it was the 50s. You want a hickey? Whatever you want,
Yeah,
honey. This
We
was
have to
that
take a
fun.
break. We'll be right back right after this. We're back with Garry Marshall. That's a scene from Princess Diaries too, right?
That is right. Nobody naked.
No.
G-picture. Nice.
Yeah.
The whole family.
It's risky that you would stage a kiss scene with a hat with a brim that big. There must have been many takes where the hat was in the way or something.
There was a lot of, get your hat up, honey. Your
Yeah.
acting is fine. Just get the hat up.
Yeah.
But I like hats, actually. There was a lot of hats in this. Gary Jones did the costumes. And Julie Andrews actually looks very good in a hat.
Really?
So we put them all in them.
Let that be a lesson.
Do you like a hat?
I love hats. I have a tiny head and nothing ever fits me. So I have to wear children's hats.
Wait, because I want to direct you. I make a note.
All right,
No
yeah.
hats.
No
for
hats.
Alice.
Yeah, do something where that's the whole movie. Oh, she can't wear a hat, Write something.
I like-
Now, what I do want to do a movie with you because number one, I adore you, but number two, you have, it sounds like the most fun on your sets. Every movie you do, you make people have a parade?
Yeah, I like a parade. During the shooting, we make I don't know, you've been on movies. Sometimes they gossip and they fight a little bit, people. So I eliminate by making them say, we're having a parade, you got to make a float. So people who don't talk to each other sometimes get together. Like
How many floats are there?
Oh, it's like 15. The makeup department makes the hair, then the electrical has the Teamsters make a big float.
Yeah.
They're very good. They have all the equipment.
And what do they make
You
them
know,
out of?
sometimes Teamsters, you make fun, Teamsters don't do anything. On my pictures, they're busy with the floats. They're always there, and then we have a parade, and their families come and sit, and we sit there, and the stars make a parade, and Runaway Bride. We had a parade, and Joan Cusack and Julia Roberts,
Yes.
the new mom.
I've heard of her.
Their float was pregnant Miss Americas, and they had pregnant outfits, and Joan Cusack was misinterpreted, and Julia was misunderstood.
That's
that was
great.
I told
That's
myself,
great. That's great.
So every movie has a parade.
I'll do a movie with you anytime if it's that.
Good. You like
Thank
a
you so much.
parade.
You must come back when we have more time and talk because I love you being
I
here.
like to
Thank you so
talk
much.
to you. You
Princess
gotta go.
Diaries 2 will be available on DVD in stores December 14th. Everybody in the audience is getting a free copy today and we'll be announcing our website giveaway right after this. Don't go away. I want to thank Natalie Portman and Garry Marshall. We have not forgotten about the nice folks in our Tom Hanks Riff Raff room. You're all getting The Bourne Supremacy on DVD. And now, the moment that you've all been waiting for. The giveaway winners, day 3 of Ellen's 12 Days of Giveaways are Diana Martinez, Houston, Texas, Don Richardson, Shreveport, Louisiana, Susan Allard, St. Albans, Vermont, Ricardo Mayes from Denver, Colorado, Diane Hines from Germantown, Maryland. Oh, one more thing. I thought it was a really good show. I enjoyed talking to Natalie Portman. She was very pretty, and we talked about pole dancing, which was, fun. And then Garry Marshall was great. He's great. I love him. He didn't laugh like I thought that he would, though, but I didn't make him laugh. But I still think he enjoyed it. I do, even though he didn't laugh. But maybe he'll come back next time and laugh. I'll tell you what, though, we came up with a good idea for a movie, didn't we? The girl that can't wear hats. I'm going to copyright that. Oh, see you tomorrow. Bye.